Are you guys ready to do some alocasia chores with me? My name is Natasha. I am Planted in Platinum. You can find me over on TikTok and Instagram for more plenty content. In today's video, we're going to be doing some alocasia chores. In my recent poll of what you guys got to choose that I created, this is the topic that won. So we're going to be doing some alocasia chores together, and I'm really eager to get them done because I have had to do them for a while now, so it'll be nice to finally accomplish that. So grab a coffee and a snack and let's get right into it. So I'm gonna start off by showing you guys which alocasias that we're going to be working with today. I have this Alocasia Azlanii, which is a tissue culture baby that I have had the most trouble with, but she is so stinking cute. So we're gonna get her potted up today. She's just rocking it out in tree fern and pond. She just came out of my prop box, so hopefully she doesn't melt on me again, but we're gonna give her a shot. And then we have my Alocasia Brancifolia Pink Passion, which needs a repot. Girl is drying out super fast. She's just in pond and perlite. So we're going to be up potting her into pond today. And then we have my Alocasia Regal Shields. Look at her, she's so beautiful. She is just in an aroid mix that I make myself, which I have on one of my videos. I'll put that video here if you want to go watch it. But I want to transition her to pond. She's drying out super fast and I want to put most of my alocasias in pond. She's looking great though, so I think she's happy in her mix. She just needs an up pot. She's also drying out super fast. She has some good roots in there, so yes. This is another one we're going to be working with today. And then we have this queen. This is my variegated Alocasia Bambino, and she is also drying out super fast, and she is just in pond as well. So I'm going to be up potting her today, and maybe we'll even find some corms in there. I'm so excited. I love this plant so much. I was having a hard time growing this plant, so I popped her into my grow tent, and she's been growing better in there. So I think her root system is good enough now where I can even take her out of my tent and just try and see how she does outside of the tent. So wish me luck, friends. This is my Alocasia Tandurusa, or as you might know, Alocasia Jacqueline, but the correct name for her is Alocasia Tandurusa, which I will be calling her. And she is also in my aroid mix with a leca reservoir. And I do want to get her out of this aroid mix and put her into pond as well. Isn't she so cute? Oh, I love this Alocasia so much. I'm excited to get her into pond. And then you guys have seen her in my most recent video. This is my Alocasia Gageana Aurea, and she is just rocking it out into water. So I want to get her potted into pond as well today. Oh my goodness, there's a baby corm growing. How cute. I didn't see that before. So maybe we'll separate that too, we'll see. But anyways, this is Alocasia Gageana Aurea, and we're going to be potting her into pond today. This is my Alocasia Longiloba Silver, also known as Alocasia Lucifer. As you can see, this is a sinister looking alocasia with the tall ears, and I'm obsessed with this alocasia. I have had her just rooting up in water, so we're gonna pot her into pond today as well. I'm really excited for her. This is my Alocasia Cuprea. Look at her. She's giving me a new leaf as well, which is super pretty. Oh, I just love this plant. I want to take her out of this aroid mix. She's got roots. Oh, that root doesn't look very good. But she has got lots of roots in there, which you can see, and they do look pretty good, minus that one hanging out of the bottom. We want to transition her to pond, so I'm probably just gonna take her out, check and see if she has any corms, and chop some roots off and put her into water to regrow some water roots before I transition her to pond. And this here is my Alocasia Purple Cloak. She needs to be up potted. She's in tree fern and pond, which I think I'm just gonna keep her in because I do like tree fern and pond for alocasias as well. Sorry about that glare. But you can see she's got some really nice roots in there, but she's just ready to be up potted. She's also working on a new leaf, and look how pretty the back is. This plant is so cool. You can see it has like the purple veins on the backs of the leaves, which is really neat. Ugh, I love this plant. And the purple stems, how cool. So yes. Alocasia purple cloak. So I brought down many of these glass jars in all different sizes from my cupboard. I'm gonna keep everything into no drainage, and yeah, we're just gonna work with what we have. Hopefully we have the correct sizes for all of the alocasias. But I wanna start off with this cute little baby Azlanii. So let's take her out and see what she's looking like. Maybe she's another one I should keep in tree fern and pond because I'm terrified of this thing. Like I said, this is a tissue cultured Alocasia, which I got. She just keeps melting on me. So yeah, she looks really good actually. So I'm just gonna keep her in tree fern and pond and just give her a bit of a bigger vessel. I was thinking of doing this one here. Hopefully that's not too big, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just keep an eye on her watering. So I have my trusty Myco, and somebody asked me to show the container of this in a video. So here you go. You can just find this on Amazon, and I always have it linked in my description. If you can get this, get it. It's amazing. It really strengthens the roots of the plant. Actually, you know what? I am going to put a pond reservoir. I cut my pond with perlite, and I use the Crystal Star Nursery pond, which I'll have also linked in the description box. So I'll do that much pond. There is also pond and perlite and even some leca in my tree fern and ponds, so I think that that'll make her happy. My glasses keep hitting each other when I move the table. That's annoying. Okay, so let's do a layer. I'm gonna move you down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, I hope I didn't put too big of a pond layer in there. Oh no, that's perfect actually. Excellent. So we're gonna do our little Myco sprinkle. Oh, she's so cute. I really hope that she likes her new home. I'm gonna keep her in my humidity box until her root system grows out a bit stronger because I don't trust this plant. Do you guys have an Azlanii? And if so, have you had issues with it? Maybe it's just because it's a tissue cultured one. I'm not sure. I really want this plant to grow nicely for me though, because I think it's beautiful. That pink venation is everything. And I can see she's popping some little baby corms as well. I wonder if I can show you. You can see in there those things that are poking out at the bottom of the stem. Right in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. I wonder if it's because it's a tissue cultured plant. Because this thing has popped out quite a few corms and it's just a baby. I've already separated some and grown them out and sent them to new homes. So, yes. It's been so beautiful here. Oh my goodness, I am just loving this weather. It is amazing. It feels so good to just go sit at the beach. Oh my goodness. In the sun, just basking. I've been doing a lot of that lately and it feels so, so good. All right. I'm going to do my best to try to get this video edited and uploaded for you guys before I go to my concert this weekend. I should be able to. It's not going to be a super long video. What are your guys' plans for the weekend? You guys doing anything fun? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so she is done, our Alocasia Azlanii. She has a pond reservoir, and then she has tree fern and pond mixed at the top. I think eventually I'm going to transition her to all pond, but we'll see how she does. All right, what's next? Ooh, let's do this one. Isn't this such a cool alocasia? I got this alocasia from my friend Dakota over at Dakota's Plants, which I'll pop in over here. He went and got this because we wanted to do a trade, and I told him that this was one of my wish list plants, and he actually saw them locally, so he went and got a big plant and sent me a corm. I just love how different it is from other alocasias, how it kind of looks like a tortum or like a polypodioides, the philodendrons. I think it's really cool, something that is different and unique in my collection. And it started off not growing the best for me, but she's doing better. I think she likes highlight. But let's take her out. Maybe we can harvest some corms. Oh my goodness, I never even thought of this. I don't want to get my corms mixed up. Well, we'll see if there's even any to start with. Oh, I'm excited to get her out of here. I literally just repotted her at Christmas time too, so she grew roots fast and she dries out so quickly. Me trying not to make a mess. It is not working. Oh, there's a corm. Got one. Oh, it doesn't have a root, but it's a good size. See? Oh, there's another one. Okay, so there is some corms. Hard to see that. Ah. So I will peel those and try to grow them and see what happens. There's another one. This one has kind of a bit of a root at the bottom and a piece of hair stuck to it. Oh my goodness. Perfect. We have a little corn factory in here. There's so many, but some of them aren't ready. Oh my. Okay. I don't want to take too much of this pollen off the root system because I don't want to shock her, but I am just going to look to see what corms I can get off that are okay size. There's another one. I think that is all I'm going to take. Maybe I'll take, no, that one's pretty small. Yeah, that's all we will take. So that is her root system. She's looking pretty good, actually. Wrapped around the bottom. Whew. So we gotta find a bigger vessel for her. What do I want to put her in? Maybe this one. Oh yeah, that's better. Let's do this. So I was going to rinse some leca and do a leca reservoir for some of them, but I've noticed that sometimes my alocasias don't like that, so I'm just gonna stick with straight pond. Some do and some don't. But I don't want to risk it, so oh yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, with alocasias, you don't want to disturb their root system as much as you can because they can be very sensitive plants. So just try your best to be gentle with it. When you're repotting your alocasias, take it out like I did and don't take any of the substrate off the roots, even if you're like looking for corms. Unless you're prepared to water root and reroot it. But sometimes they can be a little bit hard to repot. But that's where the that's where the myco comes in handy as well though, because it helps with the transition. Good thing I said that. I almost forgot to put the myco in. And I like no drainage vessels for alocasia because they are thirsty little plants. And when you repot an alocasia, you want to repot it like all the way to the top so that all of the little stolons or corms are buried. Stolons are like runners and they will branch out of the alocasia and create nodes, and then they will grow pops from the nodes. So that's interesting. Oh, she looks good. Okay, I think that's good. So, yeah, looks good. How cute. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed. Okay, so I'm gonna put her over here and I'm gonna put her corms in front of her so that I don't mess up the IDs of the corms. I think that's my best bet. Next up, we are gonna take this not black velvet. I think this is a black velvet hybrid. I'll put the hybrid parents on the screen for you guys, but Alocasia Regal Shields, I'm pretty sure it's a hybrid of the Black Velvet Alocasia and maybe Alocasia Milo or Maharani. I can't remember, but I'll put it on the screen here for you guys so that you can see. But she has a leaf that's like coming off. I'm just gonna take that off. Maybe she has some corms. Okay, I don't really want to mix my pond with this. I'm gonna try my best to contain it. But let's just start taking stuff off the top. Oh, is that a corm or a piece of wood? It's a piece of wood. Okay, so she's got a little tiny one poking out right there, but it's pretty small, so I'm gonna leave that. You want the corms to be a decent size unless they break off by accident. Then you can try and grow them, but they have a better success rate if they're bigger. Like there's another one there, right there. It's pretty small as well. And this one I kind of want to chop the roots off and let it soak in water, I think, and transition it to pond. That's my goal. So we'll see what we're working with here. Sometimes the corms can be lower in the substrate as well, so keep an eye out when the substrate falls from the plant because they can just be anywhere. Literally, they could be on the bottom of the vessel. Her roots do look really good, but I don't know. I don't really want to risk it. I think I'm just going to chop some of them off and put her into water. Oh, see, here's one down here. Okay. See, there's one like right in the middle of the substrate. They can literally be anywhere. It's fun corm hunting. Oh, I love this. Little baby plants. I love baby alocasias so much. I think they're adorable. Oh, there's another one. Okay. So, here's a decent sized corm. Put that to the side. Oh, there's another one. There. I want to get some more variegated alocasias. I think that, oh my God, I thought that was a leca ball and it's a corm. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want to get some more variegated alocasias. My friend recently just gifted me one. And yeah, I'll show you guys when it grows another leaf, but it's super cute. I'm obsessed. And there's another corm. We're gonna get lots of corms off of this one. There's another one. Oh, wow. But yes, I really want to get some more variegated alocasias. I think they're so pretty and they're like little baby factories. So you can definitely make your money back off of them quite quickly as long as the variegation stays nice for you, which can always be a struggle with alocasias, but yeah. I don't know which ones I want. I'd really like the variegated Maharani, but I would like to grow a Maharani first to see if I can grow it because I've never had that plant actually. Oh, there's another corm. It's huge. Wow. Nice. Oh my goodness. Little baby factory. Alocasias are great investment plants because there's always a chance that you can get a whole bunch of corms from them and grow them out and sell them and make your money back and make money on top of it, which is pretty cool. They can just be a little bit more challenging to grow, but generally the consensus I have with my alocasias is the jewel alocasias don't like as much water, and they like to have, all the alocasias like to have light above them, otherwise they'll sprawl out searching for light. So make sure that you have a light source above them, and they're heavy feeders. Oh, look at that. So make sure you feed them lots, and they don't really like to be bothered. They can stay pretty snug in their pots. Oh, one fell in here. Huh, cool. I can't believe how many corms this thing has. Holy crap. But yeah, so they like to stay snug in their pots. This one fell off. And they don't like to dry out unless it's a jewel alocasia. Like I've noticed, I've had a harder time growing those ones, but the other alocasias, they love their water. That's why I put them in no drainage. These roots are crazy. So I'm gonna keep most of these like thicker primary roots and get rid of the thinner secondary roots. So like this whole root ball, I'm just gonna take right off because it's all secondary roots. Ah, no corms in there. See, they're all the thin roots. So I'm just gonna take that off and make my life easier. And just gonna keep pulling, but I don't want to pull any of these little stolons off. You see, these are the stolons. They're longer and the corms are rounder. So you want to try to keep the stolons on the plant. They're generally easier to grow on the plant if you can. Like if they fall off, of course try it, but they're easier to grow on the plant. Wow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start taking off these secondary roots. I think I might even chop it back a bit because the roots will grow back. So I'm gonna cut that off and then I'm left with this. And these little secondary roots just pull off super easily. Which alocasias are on your guys' wish list? Let me know in the comments and tell me which alocasias you have an easy time growing and which alocasias you have a harder time growing. Maybe some of us can help each other out in the comments with some alocasia advice because that is always helpful. Make some planty friends in the comments. That would make my whole day. The one that I've struggled to grow the most, I think, is Alocasia mellow. I've tried to grow that like 3 different times. Does not want to grow for me. It's a harder one, but I'm gonna get another one eventually and try again because I really like that alocasia a lot. I think it's super pretty. Oh no, one of the stolons fell off. That's okay. Wow, I can't believe how many little babies are coming off of this plant. That's insane. Another one fell off, but that one, oh no, that was just a root. That's fine. If a root pulls off, generally it's not super strong anyway, so it's probably meant to come off, so don't worry about it. Just be careful, obviously, when you're pruning. Yeah, take all these little hairs off, which are the secondary roots, because they will grow back. I'm just gonna pop this, I'm gonna rinse the roots and then I'm gonna pop it into water and just let it grow new roots, like my Alocasia Longiloba and my Alocasia purple cloak that are both in water. They grew really nice roots in water. If I can propagate something in water rather than a substrate, I totally will every time. I noticed that philodendrons are really easy to propagate in water, and same with alocasias. I know some people even grow corms, like propagate corms in water, but I don't like to do that. I usually put my corms in perlite or pond, but I do want to get a bag of stratum just for corms because I know it works well. I've actually done that a couple times, but stratum is expensive. Isn't all substrates expensive though? Like, it's ridiculous how much substrates cost. Like, I love tree fern and I love my pond, but they are literally so expensive. I'm just grateful that I have lots of babies that I can sell so that I can use the money to buy substrates with. That is helpful. Okay, so we are almost there. I do have some more of these little roots I want to pull off though. Perfect. Okay, so that is good for me. You see how I got all of the secondary roots off, or most of them anyways. I'm just gonna go give this a good rinse and put her into a vessel to grow some new roots. Which vessel should I use? One of these? Oh yeah, that's probably perfect. Or maybe I should use one like this with a taller top so that it doesn't fall to the bottom, but it does anyways. Okay, we will stick with a smaller one. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna rinse this root system. Okay, so I have rinsed this root system as best I can. Some of the aeroid mix is still in there and will fall off, so I'll constantly be changing the water. But now that we have a smaller root system, this is not going to support all of these leaves, so I'm just gonna take a couple off, which I don't like to do, but sometimes it's just necessary. And I know that alocasias can make you really itchy because of a substance that they have in them, but that's never happened to me, so I'm gonna take off this one too. So I just use my fingers, but use gloves. It's the better thing to do. Watch it happen to me now. Watch it happen to me. Oxalate crystals, I think they're called. I can't remember. Okay, so we have 3 leaves left. I'm gonna try that and see if that will be sufficient. It should be. So that one is done. Yay. I think I might actually put some myco in the water just because there is roots, just to see if it aids in growth. Have a mixing tool here. Myco tends to settle at the bottom, so if you see things floating or sinking, it's just the myco. But that is what we are looking like. Number 2. Oh yes, and the corms. I'm gonna have to figure this out here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a piece of dirt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next up, we're gonna do my variegated Bambino. Oh, I hope there's corms in here so bad. Like mine has nice variegation on this leaf, has a little bit on that leaf. What else? Like it's not super highly variegated, so I would love to grow some corms and see if I can get some with better variegation. Oh, we do have corms. There is one here. It's not super big, but I'm still gonna try to grow it. One here. These are so exciting. One here. One here. Holy man, this thing is spitting out the corms. One here. This one's kind of smaller. One here. These ones are a bit smaller, but that's okay. I'm still gonna try to grow them. One here. They take a bit longer. Like I gave Wildfern a Watsoniana corm like a year ago and it finally started growing. So they do eventually grow. It just takes a bit longer. One here. Holy bananas. Look how long the stem is. Oh my god, the rhizome I think actually is called. Wow. Another corm. Yes, freaking lottery. I'm so excited to see how the variegation presents on these corms. Ah! I have never grown variegated corms before, I don't think. There's one there, but it's so small. Okay, so. Oh my, it's kind of a root mess at the bottom there. I wonder if there's corms in here. I'm gonna dump this right out and just take a look. It's hard to see corms if there's perlite in your substrate, so you have to like really check. I don't think there is any, but it's good to check. No, nothing. That's okay though. Just gonna pop that back into the cup. I don't like to reuse this pond in my new vessel with the new pond that I put in because this pond has so much algae in it. I like to clean it before I reuse it. I know it would make my life easier to just dump it back in, but I cannot live with the algae. It drives me nuts. Anyone else? Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for those corms, you guys. I'll have to update you guys on those corms. I'm contemplating going to get a bag of stratum just to grow those. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, put that back. And then I have to find a vessel for this. So I wonder if we should go this size. I want to pull off a couple of the lower leaves so that I can bury it a little further down as well, because this stem is kind of crazy and these little leaves are just so tiny. So, and there's like fresh roots under there, you see? That's cool. So that's enough leaves to pull off. A little bit of a sheath. Now I am just going to put some pon in there. I really hope this Bambino doesn't melt on me. I might leave it in my tent for a bit longer. We'll see. I don't know. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. And I'll just, if she starts to melt, then I'll put her in my tent. Alocasia roots are so fine, so you just want to be careful when you push them down. You don't want to crunch the roots. And I mean, there is some nice new roots growing from the base of the plant here too, though, so I'm not super worried about that. But I don't like to have air pockets, so pushing down gently. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, we're good. Oh, she looks so cute in her tall vessel. Aw, cute. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 corms. Woohoo! While we have the pond open, we might as well pot up this Longiloba. You can see that she is starting to yellow because I haven't been feeding her. She's just in water, so I want to get her into pond. And look at her stems, you guys. Aren't those gorgeous? Like, hello. So pretty. I'm obsessed with this plant. I think it's gorgeous. I did pull some corms off of this one as well when I unpotted it, and some of them grew and some of them are just too small. They're just kind of rocking it out in my humidity box. I'm kind of waiting to see if they will grow or not, but I don't think she has any big corms attached to her, no. Okay, so what vessel are we gonna pot her into? Should we just do this one? Yeah, let's do this one and see how massive her root system grows. We might have to repot her again soon. Oh, did I forget to put, I forgot to put Myco in my variegated Bambino. Okay, that's done. I'm gonna put some on the roots of this plant. Whoop. And if you can see, there's like some tips that are kind of yucky, so I'm just gonna chop those off. This was ready to get potted up. You can see some of the roots are yucky on it. I've had it water rooting though for a couple months. I should have done this earlier, but I just didn't. Generally, plants seem to do pretty well in water, but you can tell when they need to get out of water as well. The roots just start looking yucky, and like her leaves, like she needs some food, so I'm gonna have to feed her. I do have more alocasias, but these are the ones that needed to be worked on today. I would love to do an alocasia tour one of these days, actually. I think that would be fun. Maybe I'll do one closer to the fall. see how these guys root out in their new substrate and give you guys updates as well. Okay. Wow, she looks good. Look how cute. Oh, I cannot wait till this gets huge. And next we have my Tandurusa. People say that this looks like a deer head, and I think this is like also called the deer head alocasia or something. I can't remember exactly, but it totally does. It's totally a Christmassy plant. And the newest little leaf, like how cute. Okay, let's see if we can get her out of here without wrecking her. It's pretty compact in here, which I also don't like. I also got this one from my friend Dakota as well, at the same time as I got the Brancifolia. And I don't think she really likes the aroid mix too much, honestly, which is fair. Oh my goodness, this is painful. Okay, I wrecked some of the roots, but that's okay because I wanted to chop most of them off anyways to transition her. So we do have a corm right here, but I don't know if I can get it off. You see, it's right there and it's like attached to the plant. Maybe I'll leave this one on unless it comes off. Sorry, you can hear my dog. Oh, there's a corm. You can tell because there's white in the middle of it. There's another one too. See? Oh, that one's pretty small. Oh dear. I don't know if they're gonna grow because they're kind of small, but oops. That's okay. Yeah, that bigger one is definitely attached. I wonder who's here. Maybe it's just the post people. Yeah, it's attached. So I'm just gonna leave it on there. These roots look okay though. So I'm gonna do the same thing and just give it a chop, like right there. And take off these secondary roots as much as I can. Okay, so I'm gonna go rinse this off and be back. Okay, so there she is in her little water vessel, looking good. So I'm gonna take these 3 little corms that I found, which are pretty small, not gonna lie. Like they're tiny. Can you see them? So there's 3. I think we will pot up my beautiful lady. Look at those roots, they look so good. Wow. See if I can remove that corm, or if it's stuck there. Okay, look at the roots on that. That's wild. And she's got a baby leaf. Cute. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. I cannot believe those roots. That's crazy. And I'm going to, oh, I don't want to remove this leaf. I was going to, but I'm going to keep it. And then we're going to kind of spread her roots out a little bit anyways. And she's going to have to go into a bigger vessel. That's so, oh, I just love these roots. They're so satisfying. Look up close. That's crazy. So this one, is this the one that's gonna be her home? Yes, perfect. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to mix up more pon. I don't have enough. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have more pon, and I'm gonna pot this baby up into here. Should be a perfect fit. Okay, put her down. She's so big. Okay, can't forget the Myco this time. See if I can get all her roots in. Perfect. Oh, there's literally one hanging over the edge. Little death grip. So cute. Okay, so. If you guys haven't noticed something about me, I really like to pot up a bit bigger than I normally would because just for watering reasons. So far it's worked out for me pretty good. You just have to be mindful of your watering if you decide to do that. But normally I would say to pot alocasias in a smaller pot. So if you are a noob watching my channel, don't go up so big with your pot size. Okay, that should be good for her. Aw, I'm happy to finally have her potted up. She's been in water for a while. Cutie pie. And I'm gonna put her little baby with her as well. Next up, we're gonna repot this Brancifolia Purple Passion into Tree Fern and Pon because she's already in Tree Fern and Pon. So I'm gonna move my pon out of the way. Open up this lid. Do we have enough? Oh yeah, we should. And what are we gonna put her into? Probably this. This is probably perfect. Okay, so let's see if we can find some corms. Oh my, she's in there good. Wow, you guys. Okay, so I don't want to take too much off of her, but I'm gonna take the top little base of her root system off. See if there's any corms in there. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh wait, what's that? That's a corm, but it's tiny. This is what I recommend doing if you're searching for corms and you don't have to take the whole root system apart, is just very carefully scrape the top part off because you can always refill that. Yeah, I don't think there is any corms. There probably is, but I don't want to dig too deep. And I am totally fine waiting. I can see some tiny ones, but they're too small, but I don't really want to harvest them yet. This is an alocasia that I had a hard time finding. Actually, it took me a couple days, but there wasn't very many available. So I was really happy to get it. But yeah, so she is not going to, will she fit back in there? Yes. But, okay. Oops. I just wanted to see how much pon I should put in her. Oh my, how are we gonna do this? Perfect, okay. Or how much tree fern we should put into the bottom. Is what I meant to say, not pon. Okay, that should be more than enough. Just gonna push it down, pop her in. Oh no. I should have just looked on the outside of the vessel. Oh, that's actually perfect. Oh, now she's got a little bit of an air pocket in there, but it should be fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just a little bit of an air pocket. However, next time I do that, I'm not going to put her in to see how much I have to fill it up. I'm going to just look on the outside of the vessel, holding her to the side and then eyeballing it. You know what? This stuff didn't have any algae on it, so I should just use the old stuff, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. Whoops. Oh, one day I'll remember to put the myco on properly. I'll just water it in. It's fine. Oopsie. Okay, I think that's probably good. There we have her. She is complete. We didn't find any corms, but that is okay. It looks like she's growing some, so I bet you next time I repot her, I'll be able to harvest some. I'm gonna lift you guys up. There you go. See? She's looking so good in her little new vessel. She'll be much happier in that, I think. Lastly, we have my Cuprea. So I'm gonna take this pot out from under her. Put it over here. Look at this stone I found this in Banff when I went to Banff. Isn't it pretty? It's getting kind of dyed yellow though from the soil, I think, but that's okay. She's still pretty. Okay, this one's gonna be crazy hard, I think. I'm gonna put the lid back on the tree fern. And this one we're just gonna reroot in water as well. Let's see if we can pull her out of here. We're gonna have to spill soil everywhere, but that's okay. Oh my god. Oh. You guys, this is insane. Insane. Is that a corm? No. Is that a corm? No. Wait, no, that's like a... Okay, so right away, I'm just gonna chop some of these roots off because I can't deal with it. So we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna put her to the side. And I do see some corms for sure, but I don't think they're ready. You see? There's like little baby stolons in there. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna harvest any corms from her, but that's okay, unless there's some in here, but I don't think so. No, I just made the hugest mess on my table. That's okay. So, gonna go rinse her off because I don't see any corms. Okay, so that's what her root system is looking like. I'm just gonna pull off these secondary roots quickly. Okay, I think that that is good enough for me. So I'm going to pop her into this vessel I have and mix some myco in there. Ugh, she's leaning. Oh no. What do I do? Do I opt for the taller vessel? Oh, and grab new water because look at all those little roots in there. I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so there we go. That's a lot better. She's still doing a little bit of a lean, but not as much as when she was in the smaller vessel. So I'm going to pop some myco in there, which I forgot to do for the Tandurusa, so I'm gonna have to do that as well. And just give it a mix. Beautiful. The water looks murky now, but that's just myco, so it's all good. Then, same thing for this cutie pie. There we go. And that concludes our plant chores, friends. All right, guys, that is all from me for today. Thank you so much for joining me for the Alocasia plant chores. That was a lot of fun, and I feel very accomplished getting all of that done. I'm going to be posting another poll probably sometime this week, so keep your eyes open on my community tabs to see what video you'd like me to create for next month. If you guys have any suggestions, drop them in the comment box and I'll be sure to consider those as well. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you coming to my little planty channel. If you are not, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so awesome. And again, if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, my name is plantedinplatinum with an underscore at the end. I do post mostly on Instagram, but if you're looking for more planty content from me, that's where you'll find me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!